The wedding video had hit 2.3 million views in just 2 days. Tina smiled beside her husband, Jide, as they posed in slow motion, matching agbada and lace, petals raining down, a rented Rolls Royce crawling behind them. Perfect union, the caption read. The comments were filled with heart emojis and strangers praying for a love like theirs. But as the video looked again on her phone screen, Tina's fingers trembled. She was locked inside the master bedroom, alone. Jide had left 30 minutes ago after throwing her phone at the wall in a fit of rage. Furious she hadn't liked his latest post on time. The crack in her phone screen mirrored the one in her spirit. Outside, their followers believed they were Africa's power couple. Inside, Tina lived in silence. "You signed up for this," he had whispered coldly that morning. "Don't mess it up." Tina rubbed her wrist where his hand had gripped her. She reached for the same phone with the cracked screen and did something reckless. She pressed record, not for TikTok, not for Reels, but for herself. "If anything happens to me, this is the truth," she whispered, staring into the lens. "My name is Tina Umeh, and this marriage is killing me slowly." 2 years ago, Tina had posted a tweet that changed her life. "God, I'm tired of struggle love. If my next man isn't soft, rich, and emotionally intelligent, I will marry my ring light instead." It was meant to be funny, but Jide, the verified lifestyle influencer with over 400k followers, had responded publicly. "I'm emotionally intelligent, rich, and I love ring lights. Shall we begin negotiations?" The retweet flew in. People tagged Tina. "Sis, shoot your shot." A week later, she was on a date with him at a rooftop restaurant in Lekki. He smelled like wealth, spoke like a TED Talk, smiled like he knew the whole world was watching. And she, Tina, fresh out of NYSC, tired of roommates, tired of hustle, let herself be dazzled. He always arrived with a driver, wore designer labels without effort, and treated her like she was already famous. When they took their first photo together and he posted it, the likes crossed 100,000 in 2 hours. He captioned it, "Found the one who sees me beyond the filters." Her DM exploded. Brands reached out. People messaged, "Tina, you are the it girl now." She gained 20,000 followers overnight. Jide told her, "With my influence and your beauty, we are unstoppable." He wasn't wrong. By their third month together, they were already doing couple skits, joint ads, and couples advice videos. People gushed over their chemistry. He bought her a MacBook, paid for a personal trainer, promised her a life of soft living. Her friends wondered, though. "You don't even really know him," Sandra said once, chewing slowly. "He's showing me everything," Tina replied. "No, he's showing you everything online. What about offline?" Tina didn't listen. All she knew was that she had never felt this desired, this upgraded, this visible. Jide made her feel chosen. But there were cracks, small ones, like how he made her delete an old tweet about dating broke men. "Don't make our brand messy," he said. "We need to look aspirational." Or how he laughed too hard when she told a story about her mother's failed business. "You are not poor anymore now." Drop that pity vibe gist. The first moment he shouted at her, it was over a caption. "You can't tag brands before me," he snapped. "You are part of my image now." He apologized later, took her to a spa, and posted her in the car seat beside him with the caption, "Spoiling my queen because she deserves luxury." She forgave him, even when her gut whispered otherwise. By the time he proposed, with a drone, a crowd, and a violinist, Tina was already deep inside the fantasy. She said yes before the drone could land. It happened 3 weeks before the wedding. They had just finished filming a skit for a skincare brand, something light and romantic. Jide had planned the entire thing. dim lighting, candles, luxury robes. Tina wore his branded silk bonnet and smiled into the camera like everything was perfect. After the shoot, Jide asked her to change the real caption from skincare lovers to power couple goals. She hesitated. Babe, that feels a little off. It's just a skincare ad. She didn't even finish the sentence before the sound cracked across her cheek. Tina staggered back, disoriented. At first, she thought something had fallen, but the stink bloomed across her face like fire. He had slapped her hard. The room spun. The only sound was the soft click of his Rolex as he adjusted it like nothing had happened. You are not listening, Tina, he said calmly. Everything we do affects our brand. Do you want to go back to being invisible, broke, forgotten? She didn't speak, couldn't. Her eyes rang. He took a step closer and lifted her chin gently, too gently. No tears. You will ruin your makeup. We have a dinner reservation. Let's not be late. Tina wanted to scream, to leave, to slap him back, but something in her froze. Was it fear or pride? The idea of cancelling the wedding after the public proposal, after the hashtags, after the followers felt impossible. Instead, she did what she never thought she would do. She apologized. She whispered, I'm sorry, like a child who had broken something sacred. Then she went into the bathroom, stared at her face in the mirror, and used concealer to cover the red print blooming on her cheek. That night at dinner, Jide posted a photo of her laughing, wine glass in hand. My bride, my peace, my forever. The post got 162,000 likes. No one noticed her left cheek was turned away from the camera. And Tina, she never spoke of it again. Not to her mother, not to Sandra, not even to herself. The wedding was a spectacle. Jide insisted on an open bar, 3 outfit changes, area drone shots, and a guest list that included celebrities Tina had only seen on Instagram. Her dress was custom made, her smile was camera trained. The hashtags trended for 2 days straight. But on the night of the wedding, while guests still danced downstairs, Jide didn't kiss her. He barely looked at her. He just said, don't post anything until I review it. Her image has to stay clean. That was her first night as a wife. 2 months later, Tina had perfected silence. She woke up when Jide wanted. She wore what he approved. She filmed when he called. She smiled when the camera blinked red. And when the doors closed, she vanished. He controlled her passwords, deleted old photos from her page, blocked people he didn't like. Her phone was hers in name only. Tina's dreams of building a skincare brand died quietly in a notes app file. Every time she brought it up, Jide rolled his eyes. You don't need that. You're already living the dream. Just stay pretty, stay visible, and let me handle the big stuff. He bought her a Chanel bag to silence the idea, then a new iPhone, then a bracelet with Mrs. Umeh engraved in gold. She smiled, said thank you, even posted a story, but inside she was shrieking. Her weight dropped, her eyes dulled. She started wearing glasses to hide the exhaustion. Sandra noticed. They met once at a cafe under the guise of a brand meeting. Tina had lied just to be able to leave the house alone. Babe, Sandra said quietly, are you okay? You don't look okay. Tina laughed too quickly. I'm just tired. You know the married life grind. But Sandra didn't laugh. You haven't posted anything without him in weeks. Even your captions sound off. And why can't I call you at night anymore? Tina looked around, lowered her voice. Jide doesn't like when I get too distracted. It's nothing. Sandra leaned in. If you need help, just blink twice. They both laughed. Tina's laugh cracked like glass. That night, Jide asked who she had met. She told him, just Sandra. He said nothing, just nodded. But the next morning, she discovered Sandra had been unfollowed from her account, blocked, her DM gone. She didn't even remember when Jide had taken her phone. That evening, she sat by their luxury marble kitchen island, watching dinner burn in the oven while her DMs filled with messages. You and Jide are my dream couple goals. Please drop skincare routine. Oh. Sis, the way he looks at you, I'm crying. Tina shut the app, then sat in silence, staring at the smoke curling from the forgotten pot. This was her reality. Married to impress, but dying in silence. It started with a forgotten iPad. One dull Thursday afternoon, the power flickered out during a rainstorm. Chidi had rushed out to a business shoot, barking at Tina not to touch his workspace, but she was alone, cold and bored. Her phone had been taken for safety again. Then she saw it, the iPad still plugged in beside the kitchen stool. Curiosity gnawed at her. She picked it up. No password. That was her first surprise. The second, a file folder on the Notes app titled Tina Public Strategy. Her hands trembled. She tapped it open. What she read froze her blood. Entry 1. Engagement equals influence boost. Plan proposal during dinner. Capture reaction. Buy ring with brand sponsor. Rehearse surprise with waiter. Target virality. Entry 2. Wife brand. Face out her personal page. Make her depend on joint content. Rebuild her look. More classy. Less bold. No independent projects till Q4 2025. Her brand equals us. She owes me. Entry 3. Mental checks. Limit contact with overprotective friends, especially Sandra. If she gets too bold, gift. If she questions anything, guilt. Use I made you line sparingly. It works. Entry 4. Exit strategy. If she becomes a liability, PR script in place, make it her fault, cry in one interview, win sympathy, bounce back with healing and growth story, get main fans back. Tina couldn't breathe. Her knees gave way. She slid to the floor, iPad clutched to her chest, heart pounding like a war drum. It had never been love. It was a rollout, a brand extension. She was his product, his pawn, his puppet. When Jide returned later that night, he found dinner ready. Candles lit, soft music playing. Tina smiled as she kissed him on the cheek. She said nothing about the foul, nothing about Sandra, nothing about the way her hands were shaking under the table. But in her mind, something had snapped, not broken, shifted. A quiet, chilling decision was forming behind her eyes. She was going to get her life back, but not by begging, by exposing him on her own terms. Tina didn't rush. She knew men like Jide didn't fall with noise. They crumbled in silence through image, reputation, exposure. So she started small. That night, when Jide slept with his arm lazily draped over her waist, she slid the iPad under the sheets and airdropped the entire folder to her logged email account. She created a fake Instagram account at Truth Untied. No face, no location, just screenshots dropped in parts like puzzle pieces. The first post, ever been groomed for content? Some women aren't wives, they are campaigns from a real power couple wife. A screenshot followed. Engagement equals influence boost. It didn't take long. By morning, the post had over 30,000 shares. Celebrities started reposting. Feminist pages dissected the language. Anonymous accounts speculated. Which influencer couple is this? Tina said nothing. Jide smiled as he fried eggs, scrolling on his phone. Babe, have you seen this gossip page nonsense? He laughed. Some bitter eggs, clearly. Tina chuckled too. Oh, must be wild out there. Phase 2. Sandra. Tina found a way to test Sandra through her laptop browser. While Jide was at the gym, she used a new email. Meet me. One chance. I will explain everything. T. Sandra responded in 5 minutes. When they met at a quiet park, Sandra stared at her like she had seen a ghost. Tina, Jesus, you are alive? I'm breathing, she said. We're not leaving. She handed Sandra a printed copy of the file. When Sandra flipped through it, her hand flew to her mouth. Is this why he blocked me? He planned everything? Tina nodded. I need your help. Sandra's eyes narrowed. Name it. More posts dropped. Now with voice memos. Now with faces only a few industry insiders would recognize. The comment section exploded. I think I know who this is. If it is who I think, he is finished. This is giving marriage for content vibes. One day, you people will learn not to use women for PR. Still, Tina said nothing publicly. She played a role, cooked his meals, slept beside him, posted TBT photos of them laughing at Santorini last year until Jide's manager called one evening in a panic. Bro, people are DMing brands. Someone is leaking shit if this gets tied to you. Tina watched him pace the kitchen, shirtless, chest rising with anger. Babe, he said, turning to her. Did you notice anything weird online lately? She tilted her head. You mean, like gossip? He nodded. She smiled. Just the usual trash. 3 weeks later, it happened. Jide's world collapsed, not with an explosion, but with a quiet, undeniable leak. Someone, Sandra of course, anonymously sent the entire unedited file to a popular Nigerian feminist podcast. They didn't just read it, they dramatized it. Voice actors played Jide and Tina, cutting his actual notes line by line. A thread dropped alongside it with voice memos, video clips from his old vlogs, and matched timestamps that proved one thing: he planned everything. The perfect husband image manufactured, the engagement sponsored, Tina's silence engineered. The internet caught fire. Jide tried to respond the next morning with a weak "This is a deep fake. My team is investigating," but the comments dragged him without mercy. You said she owed you? Nah, bro, you owe us silence, not face her out. You are faced out now. Everything about this man is a strategy. Even his tears, brand after brand, dropped him. A luxury wristwatch company released a statement. We do not support manipulation or emotional abuse, and we are cutting ties with Mr. Jide Okonkwo with immediate effect. YouTube demonetized his channel pending investigation. His speaking engagement at a tech summit was cancelled live on Twitter Spaces. By Friday, it trended #1 in Nigeria under #CancelledCasanova, #BrandHusbandExposed, #JusticeForTina. But the real shock, Tina still hadn't said a word. No interview, no post, no tell-all, just a new profile photo, a close-up of her face, smiling softly, hair natural, eyes calm. Her caption, just one line: silence is not submission, sometimes it's strategy. A month later, she launched a women's initiative with Sandra, the Tina Foundation, focused on helping women regain independence from toxic influence online and offline. She appeared on CNN Africa, not as a victim, as a voice. And Jide, he reappeared quietly in Ghana, trying to sell a rebrand course. Only 11 people signed up because when the world saw the real him, they didn't clap. They clicked away. Sometimes silence isn't weakness, it is the calm before a calculated storm.